seconds. Samuel
I don't know if it was a bad stoppage or not.
Conor
Let's look at the
Ben,
replay, though.
If you didn't think he's for real before, you better believe it now. That was something special.
I saw with the first left hook and the first combination that, like, yeah, Sam Vargas is going to have some problems.
Great finish from a great finisher in Conor Ben.
I want to see the replay again, though, because I'm sitting there thinking, like, yo, Sammy tough. Put it this way, I'm impressed. For me not to believe that he just stopped him that quick, I'm impressed. Like, really, really impressed. Like, Conor Ben, I've been covering and watching him since his debut. He is really, really growing.
You know when you said what you just
wow.
said, I was going to
first round stoppage within, what, the first 90 seconds?
And listen, he's closer to the action, but Vargas looked okay when he took the first couple of shots.
Yeah.
But he did almost go through the ropes. He did go.
He
I
did.
think Vargas is probably his own worst enemy. Could have took a knee.
Absolutely.
Maybe he
a straight right hand almost sent him through the ropes.
And maybe there's an argument that the ropes were holding him up, therefore he could have had a standing 8 count and a little bit of time for the.
That's why I said I want to see the replay. It happened so fast.
Such durability and such a good chin. But I mean,
well, anyway, let me mute it and let's talk for a minute on T Street Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. Wow. Just in time for the UFC main event to start on ABC. And for me to go put these turkey legs in the oven. That's what we're having for dinner. So far, I've liked this card. I mean, for a card for, yeah, well, Ebony Bridges and Shannon Courtenay stole the show. Savannah Marshall knocked out a Nan. Kash Farouk was looking a little concussed. We got 2 more cards later on tonight. Showtime with Jaron Boots Ennis versus Sergey Limpinets and Joe Smith Jr. versus Maxim Vaslov. We're going to be streaming during that event.
That is perhaps potentially the reason why Vargas has been able to mix it at the level that he has mixed it over the years. Not because
I love the punches that go around the guard like that.
Because he's so durable. He has got heavy hands.
The stoppage was legit.
Remarkable ability to recover. And look,
that was the right I was talking about that almost sent him through the ropes.
Keeping him up. Could have jumped in and given him a standing 8 count. And I think we would probably see this fight still continue. Because Vargas is a tough cookie. Listen, they don't hit much harder than Vergil Ortiz.
I can agree with the standing 8.
To step in, but that is some statement that from Conor Ben.
I think the uppercut on the ropes.
Ooh,
see here,
bro.
Is still okay. He's still looking. His head's down, but he's still looking. But then the uppercut comes in just here now. There, that's what makes the referee make the decision.
It was the uppercut.
But perhaps if the referee would have just
one more time, let me try to find it for you.
Seconds, Vargas may have taken the knee or been put down. But
watch out, go around the guard.
Late stoppages. We
Bang.
can't really complain about the early.
And that's the equilibrium shot almost.
About Vargas's history, nobody will be saying that's a premature stoppage.
That's a very good point. Yeah, and of course
I'm looking at it and I'm like, nah, I wasn't a bad stoppage.
We had that discussion with Froch and Groves, didn't we? With that
watch this uppercut come in.
His history, were it the other way around, he probably wouldn't have jumped in. But listen, Vargas has been in some tough fights. That Ortiz fight could have taken a lot out of him.
Yeah, we can't argue that stoppage, ladies and gentlemen. We can't argue that. Come on, man. It's going to kill him. Fuck. I fucking hit my finger. Broke my hand. Damn it. I broke this motherfucker 3 times before. No, this is the 3rd time. Shit. Well, let's listen to the particulars. Please take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at TStreet4Life. It should be right down at the bottom of the screen, my Twitter handle. What's next for Conor Ben?
Still, the WBA Continental Welterweight Champion, Conor the Destroyer Ben.
Let's go take a gander at the rankings and start doing some process of elimination. Well, he's about 2 fights away from a mandatory title shot, maybe 3.
That the fight lasted, it started almost cagey and respectful, and then he just let those
only 24 years old.
Solid 1-2s go, really turn through them. And when he started to put his hands together, just the sheer impact of those shots was sending Vargas into the ropes and almost through them at a point. And you're absolutely spot on, Paul. It was the uppercut that slammed him up through the middle that just made the referee take a look and jump in. We thought maybe this
Kelly or David Avanesyan.
He waved Vargas off straight away.
I don't think Josh Kelly will take the fight.
Ben, wow, where do you go with him from here?
Well, he was talking about, I want Kell Brook or Amir Khan before this fight.
I don't think that's going to happen.
You're kind of thinking, no, he's not ready for them. I'm not so sure. He might be too good for them.
Well, certainly both of them are well past their best at this stage, and the only reason that they're considering fighting each other is, let's be honest, a cash-out opportunity, and you can't really deny them that opportunity. I don't know why either of them would want to get in with him at this stage of his career. I think probably a more optimistic fight is somebody like David Avanesyan, given the performance he put in against Josh Kelly. We were talking about Ben and Kelly as a big sell. Avanesyan really put Kelly to the sword a few weeks ago. We all sat here and watched it too. Those two is a mouth-watering prospect later this year.
Absolutely right. Josh
I think
Kelly
that makes
was
sense.
billed as a
And
possible
Eddie Hearn is
opponent.
probably going to
That's
gun
the
for
worst
that.
possible opponent for Josh Kelly now. Conor Ben in this kind of mood. Avanesyan would be very interesting.
But will they do it? Will they try to make it some type of eliminator of sort to make sure that, you know, the winner gets like a title shot? Oh, he just got kicked in the nuts. I'm watching UFC, my bad. Because now I'm only talking about fights that can happen realistically, politically.
To that performance,
But
I
these
think
are two
that's
good
now a 50-50
scouts.
fight, and a
Remember,
fight that I'd love
you
to see.
not remember.
Conor
I
Ben,
was at
mean,
Danny Garcia.
That's a great point.
When he knocked out
You want to know
Samuel
the
Vargas.
contenders that have fought him?
I
Errol
covered
Spence took
when
4
he,
rounds,
you know,
Danny
fought
Garcia
Amir
took 7,
Khan.
Vergil Ortiz took 7. I just got the impression this week that you wanted to do that and you wanted to make a statement. Put it into words. What sort of statement do you think you sent out tonight?
A statement made. All them names you just mentioned, no one banged him out in 1 round. Easy. Easy. Formella, easy. Give me a proper test.
Hold on,
Give me
young
Amir
fella.
Khan. I know he's too busy on reality shows and all that. But listen, if he wants it, he can get it. Eddie, you got the phone. And you have your phone ready? Is it?
Call him.
We'll ask him, Amir.
Call him,
all of
Eddie.
them. Do you know what I mean? Not only when you beat a fight, you gain experience. I don't think I gained any experience in there tonight, apart from I can deal with the pressure. I can deal with it. I can cope with it because I'm built for it. All this hype, and I can live with it. It's no problem. You know what they say about diamonds?
Pressure creates diamonds, yeah. Okay.
Well, there you go. Exactly. If you didn't know, now you know.
Yeah, just in case people
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm ready for the top dogs. There's Sean Paul's. I see Adrian Broner campaigning at 147. I'm ready. I want them. I want him. I want to test myself. Forget all these other fighters calling me out. I couldn't care less. I could not care less, honestly. You think I'll lose sleep over them? Nah, mate. I was expecting another fight tonight, 12 rounds. I'm always improving. I'm the most rapid improved fighter global. Forget United Kingdom. I'm the most improved fighter. And there are many legends, son, improving drastically like I am. Because I apply myself 100%. And, you know, I have faith in my team. Tony,
Okay.
Eddie,
Talk
I've
your
got the most
shit.
experienced people in the business. I don't have to have the experience. I'm experienced through them.
Go ahead, son.
So as
Talk
I said-
that sass.
Amir Khan, let's go, mate.
Yeah, where you at, Amir
I mean,
Khan?
there's a lot to pick through there. One of the things you mentioned is
Tired of you.
the son of a legend. Your dad had quality finishing instincts. That is obviously one thing that you have inherited. Look, he goes a long way to say you're a better boxer than him. But in terms of finishing instincts, did you sniff
at
a
the
finish
scowl.
straight away there?
I was hitting him up and it felt good. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, it was, you know, he was just there. So I thought I'd let my hands go. I'd select my shots and I landed.
Sorry, I've got a walkabout there. There's a finish here. Just wanted to see if you can tell us really what's going through your mind here.
Well, he was there to be it.
Jesus.
So I hit him. I ain't gonna be shy. I ain't gonna hold back. If I see an opening, I told you, look, I'm gonna take it. And I damn well took it.
Damn,
How
Sammy.
serious are you about those names you mentioned?
Jeez.
Amir Khan, Kelbrook. Your dad has mentioned Sean Porter
Well, do I
as
look
well.
like I'm joking?
No, definitely not. But
Well, then-
is that a fight that you want next?
Hey,
Amir?
don't get
give
tough
me
with the
next.
broadcast king.
Give me Khan next. You talk about power or not, I don't even know if I got hit in there. But if I did, I didn't feel a single thing. You didn't see nothing there.
I think you'll
And
knock
then
out
fight
Amir
guys, You
Khan.
lot didn't see anything because it went 1 round. You would have seen a clinical, more better performance than Formella. You would have seen me not waste shots. You would have seen me take my time. You would have seen me, 99% accuracy is what I was aiming for this fight. That's what I wanted to show you lot. And, you know, the punches I did land, you know, he couldn't take them. When you talk about power developing, the power's developing. The power's coming. I ain't even in my prime. I see all these other fighters, 28, 29, 30. I want to be retired when I'm 30 with a few M's in my bank account.
So that gives you 6
We made it happen, Ed.
That gives you 6 years. One thing you said at the start of this week, you said, look, I want to prove to people that I'm a world-level contender. Do you believe now that you can be considered that?
I don't know, because every time I step up, they say it's a step up. Who's really was it a step up for? Who's stepped up and failed every single time they've stepped up? Not me. Start putting some respect on my name. Because every time you guys want to throw all shade up, Koivola, he's this, he's that, 3-time European challenger, like, tough fight, he got banged out. Formella, beat him, beat the boxer at points. Who thought I beat a boxer at points?
But is that not what fuels you, people questioning you?
Jesus.
It don't really bother me, but just put some respect on the name. That's it.
All right.
Do you know what I mean? Conor Ben ain't back where it belongs, and that's on top. I've proven that, and I will continue to prove that. For those who say I can't do this, I can't do that, I'll continue to prove I'm top dog. I'm the best welterweight in the country without fail. No one does numbers like me. No one entertains like me. I'm an entertaining fighter, and that's that. Simple. Forget all the other rest. Give me Amir Khan. Give me Sean Porter. Give me Broner. Who else is there?
Well, you're an entertaining interview
Broner,
as well.
you
Just
heard him?
I know look, you're going to want to hear what Eddie Hearn's got to say.
Sean Porter?
Eddie, Amir Khan, obviously not here to comment. What do you think?
Well, firstly, I think Conor's just getting the aggression out that he was supposed to use in there tonight. Unfortunately, he only had 2 minutes. He was planning 12 rounds, but wow, what a performance. I mean, you know, I sat down nervous tonight. Sorry, Conor, because you know this was a test. Vargas was in tremendous shape. He just couldn't handle the speed. He could, you know, the ref jumped in. He was about to get brutally knocked out. And the hand speed, the power, the question marks are always, can he handle the step up? But when he's coming through those step ups, the way he's coming through, you have to be ready to take a big jump. Amir Khan is a big jump. It's an absolutely huge fight.
Was it a jump, no? Is it a jump, no?
Amir Khan?
Well,
no,
you don't think I land that right hand, he's going to go down?
You know, for me, the issue is that when you beat someone like Vargas like that, the next fight or the one, it's a top 15 ranked fighter in the world, and that's what Amir Khan is. So why not fight a domestic fight like Amir Khan? Conor Ben against Amir Khan, probably one of the easiest fights to sell I'll ever take part in. But what an intriguing fight. You know, a young kid coming up who, as you can tell, is rather amped in charge against a guy that really is at the end of his career and has a fantastic legacy in the sport. Whether Amir Khan will say, I want to bow out to a young man coming through the ranks like Conor Ben, that's up to him. And money will talk in that respect. For me, I want to get him back out as soon as possible. I mean, I know he's just had a beautiful son.
I need a few. I need a couple weeks for my baby.
You do, just a couple of weeks though. And we must box at least twice this year. You know, I mean, there's some fantastic fights out there. I'd love him to. You know, we're talking now about going and having a real world step. I'd still like to see him win the European title. You know, it's something we've talked about as a team. But after a performance like that, how can you not get excited? How can you not get aggressive and start looking at these big names? Because that kind of performance deserves that. You know, and he's right what he says. People say, you know, Sky have been playing his early fights. And I remember the Luke Kelleher fight in Glasgow. I was watching it last night. I mean, he was slapping with the right hand. I was watching it thinking, I'm just not sure about this kid. The work that he has put in.
You didn't tell me that.
No, I couldn't tell you at the time. You might chin me. You get aggressive after fights, right? At the time, I was thinking, I just don't know if this kid is going to be good enough. Honestly, we know he's got the genes. We know he's got a bit about him. But how hard he has worked and the job that Tony Sims has done, he works so hard in the gym that in there, you end up making it easy. And this is not a story of a legend's son anymore. You know, this is the emergence now of Conor Ben, Nigel Ben's son, to people going up to Nigel and going, oh, you're Conor's dad. You know, and that's always the aim of a kid who's lived in their father's shadows. I've experienced it. I know the drive, and it makes you so hungry because we know that boxing is a sport that generally the fighters who come from an unprivileged background come through. But when you've got the hunger, when you've got the desire, and when you've got something inside you that wants to make a name in your own right, you're just as dangerous, probably twice as dangerous as someone that has nothing and just wants to make it out of where they're from. He doesn't have to do it, he wants to do it. And he's so hungry, he outworks everyone in the gym. It's hard not to get really, really excited. I still, you know, and I know Tony's got one of the smartest minds in the game. He knows the steps that are right for Conor Ben. But when you see that, how can you not say he's ready for all the guys we just talked about? So we'll sit down. These guys will make the decision. They'll tell me what they want and I'll make it. And when they tell me to pull the trigger, I'll pull the trigger. Long way to go, superstar in the making, really is, you know, a huge name in British boxing now. He's looking, I'm absolutely petrified, to be honest with you. I think he needs to go and do 10 rounds back in the changing room. But listen, what an exciting journey. And when you've got someone that works that hard, and not just that, you know, you see, you know, the fun, the games, the words, family man, you know, great father, great individual, you know, great family, just a hard worker that deserves everything he gets.
Listen, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
But you got talent.
I'm
not
the most talented.
But you might be. You never used to have the talent. Now you've got the talent. And when you mix talent with hard work, that's what works. And that's unbeatable.
Fair enough, but if I didn't apply myself 100%, I would have been the same as Luke Keller now.
But you wouldn't have the talent if you didn't do that, because you didn't have it to start
All right, they
with.
can do this shit.
But the difference is, because of our hard work, because you've done the right things with Tony, you've got the talent. You're not just a kid anymore with a big set of cojones. You're a great fighter.
He does.
A great fighter with talent, a world-class fighter.
Does have talent.
And if you keep the work ethic with that skill and that ability, you're going all the way.
Yeah, just get that chip off your shoulder, mate.
Amen.
Feels like a good place to finish it. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Eddie, as well.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, what else is there more to say? So if it's not Avanesyan, I don't think it's going to be Josh Kelly. I have no hopes that it's going to be Amir Khan, because why not Amir Khan and Kell Brook if they would do Amir Khan versus Conor Ben? Doesn't make any sense. You know, it's going to be a top 15 guy, because that's what they have to. And then if you watch Eddie as long as I have and watched his fights and, you know, listen to him, you can tell how his matchmaking works. It's going to be a top 15 guy, and he's going to try to make it Avanesyan. So until then, let me take my little break, go watch some UFC. I'm T Street Controversy with Fight360.com. Take your time out. Please like the video and subscribe.